Birkerød Gymnasium was founded in 1868. Originally, the school was a school for boys only, but in 1905, girls began to attend. The school is situated in beautiful countryside. In 1991, the school became an IB World School, offering the International Baccalaureate program. Today, the school consists of a mix of local and international students.
Hello, welcome to BG. Come inside.
Hola, muy buenas tardes. My name is Sebastian. I have lived in Denmark for 2 years, but I'm originally from Guatemala.
Hallo, schönen guten Abend. My name's Emilia and I grew up in Switzerland, but I moved to Denmark 3 years ago, and we both live at the boarding school.
Good evening. My name is Ben and I've lived in Denmark for 9 years now. And all three of us go in 2U, which is the first year of IB at BG. Please follow us.
Welcome to this open evening. Sadly, due to COVID, we couldn't host it at the school, but hopefully it will be just as fun. First, we're going to give you a small tour of the school, and then you're going to meet some important people.
Okay, as soon as you come into the school, you're going to meet the office. This is to my right. Lovely people, always smiling and always welcome. To the left, we have the teacher's lounge, where teachers go to grab coffee and always are able to help you.
To the left, we have study hall. This is an area where you can study with your peers, finish group projects, and hang out. Apart from that, this is also where we host the study cafe and the language cafe twice a week.
Along this whole hall, we have offices. To our right, we have the head of IB and the head of STX, as well as Elite Sports, which was just further down.
After the study hall, we have the canteen and the library. There you can go to study and find every book you need.
Right outside we have Dumpedagen, which is a beautiful landscape.
One of the most beautiful in Denmark, if I may say so myself.
And now we're going to get a few words from Klaus Campiotti, the head of the school.
Hello everyone and welcome to BG. My name is Klaus Cambiotto and I'm the principal here at what I think is the best international school in Denmark. And why do I think that? Well, for me, it's because here at BG we have the best of all worlds. We have the local Danish schools, we have the boarding school, and then we have the ID diploma. And these schools live together and they thrive together and give life to each other. Here you will not only meet friends for life, but you will meet young people from all over the globe. Here at BG, there's always something happening. And then last but not least, we have the best and finest teachers here from all over the globe. For these teachers, it is an important mission to make sure you get through the IB Diploma program safely. We all strive to get the most out of your potential. That's why we're here. That was all for me right now, but I can't wait to get to know you better. Have a very nice evening and see you soon. Bye.
I chose BG mainly because of the fact that it had the IB system, and that's what I've been going through my whole life. There's a lot of people, and it's just nice to mix around and speak different languages with like STX, HF, and IB. So overall it's just really fun. The academic level at BG I would say is quite high, especially like definitely above average. People here are very they aspire to be and do a lot when they're older. I know a lot of people who want to be doctors or things like that, and they're quite smart, most of my friends at least. And teachers here also enjoy teaching, I feel like. So I think it's quite high standard.
Definitely, yeah. And now we're going to take you to Fællessalen. Please follow us.
And here we have Fællessalen. Here in Fællessalen, we have a morning meeting every second Tuesday, and where everyone gets to talk about if they have something they want to share to the school, or if, for example, Klaus Campiotti wants to share something, they can talk about it. And then we also have a band who usually plays some kind of new song every time.
Apart from that, we also have the Friday Cafe here, where basically you come and you hang out with your friends and, just have fun.
Other than that, this is also used for the Bigman Conference as a big gathering hall for debates. Furthermore, this year we've had the Sustainable Fashion Show take place here as part of the CAS for the IB.
You can also hang out here, do your work. It's one of the favorite places to eat lunch with your friends and everything. So, pretty solid place.
Hello out there, my name is Christina Rydtarp and I'm the IB coordinator at Birkerød Gymnasium. At Birkerød Gymnasium you will find a true international environment. We have more than 50 nationalities represented in our pre-IB and IB peer group. So when you walk through these halls, here you will not only hear Danish and English being spoken, but also a lot of other different kinds of native tongues such as Spanish, Russian, German, Chinese, etc. Birkerød Gymnasium is a Danish state school and we offer both Danish and international programs. And it is this mix, an international environment in a Danish setting, that we think is a very, very good choice of school before university, no matter whether you would like to apply for universities in Denmark or in other countries. Our students, they apply for a vast variety of educational programs at universities and colleges, both in Denmark and in many other countries. We have experienced student counselors that help in this process, of course. We are highly experienced with running the IB diploma program because we have offered the IB for 30 years, since 1991. We are also one of the biggest diploma schools in the country. We have around 325 pre-IB and IB students. So if you're looking for a global environment in a local setting, BG is the perfect match. BG is an upper secondary school with students in the age range of 15 to 19 to 20 years of age. And here at BG you will be able to find a school life, a student life where you will be challenged academically and where you can also develop yourself socially and personally. As a student you will of course have to play an active part in this. We aim at being a school where you will feel at home and feel that you belong and where you thrive. Apart from providing the academics, of course we also have a lot of different kinds of extracurricular activities at school. For instance, we have a lot of different clubs, we have creative activities, and we also have charity projects that you can sign up for. Every year we welcome around 150 new pre-IB and IB students here at BG, and we hope that you will be one of them.
Hello and welcome to our Fellesalen. We're going to be doing a sofa talk of types. We've got two guests that we'll introduce in a sec, and we're going to go through the different aspects of the school, why BG is special, and why you should choose to go here. So let's start off by introducing ourselves.
Yeah, my name is Mathilde. I'm an aesthetic student in third year.
My name is Noreen. I'm from the 2U IB program.
My name is Emilia and I'm also in 2U.
Sebastian, 2U.
And Ben. So we're going to start off with how it was, like the experience we had when we first came to BG, like our first impressions and what the school did to make it more welcoming. Because in the IB, people join both in the first year for pre-IB, but the IB course starts properly in the second year. So we've got two different groups of people coming together. How did you guys feel about the beginning?
The beginning wasn't hard for me because I knew what to expect. I came from an IGCSE school and I expected what I found, but I think the school was quite hospitable, so they pretty much made it easy for us to join through the second year, for me at least.
Yeah, I mean, I joined in first year as in pre-AB, but you know, it was a very different dynamic from pre-AB to second year. And I think, again, the school did quite a good job, like, you know, helping pre-AB students, like, you know, get to know the second year students that joined.
So in the first week, the school sets up Intro Studenter, and like it's these people from the year above that will all be wearing BG hoodies or t-shirts. You can go and talk to them if you're stuck, and they've always got a smile on their face and they're ready to help. And then the school also put a lot of emphasis on mixing with STX and IB at the beginning and different events. What were some of your favourite events?
Well, for me it was the AOC, which is this party that BG hosts. We have around 4 a year, if I'm not wrong. And you know, it's basically this party where you buy a ticket and then you hang out with your friends and meet new people.
I think it was pretty similar for me because it was the first Friday cafe for the year, and I think I got to know a lot of people from that, being that I was a new student and most people were from the pre-IB section, but I just felt very welcomed by everyone, and they all just wanted to know where you're from and what school you came from. So I think the school does a pretty good job with socialization and making people familiar with each other.
Yeah. I also remember that in the beginning we had this speed dating for everyone, and I thought that was quite fun, and also because we were like forced to talk to each other. And I know it sounds harsh, but you know, sometimes it can be hard to get out of your bubble and actually go out and meet new people. Just so when the school kind of what did I say? Force you to do it. It's so much more fun actually, and then you meet a lot of new people in a very short time.
So for example, the Friday Cafe, it's a very Danish tradition of meeting after school, having a drink or two, and there's music, also with the parties. So it's very much embracing the Danish culture, but still continuing our education in an international environment. And this was definitely one of the big draws for me.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the reasons why I like BG so much, because like, you know, most of the people that take IB are half Danish, half something else. And you know, there's always this feeling that you're not completely like part of one of the cultures. And in BG, you understand that, you know, everyone is so different, and, you know, like, it kind of makes this like own little culture in the school. And it's like, yeah, it's the definition of hygge in my, like, you know, opinion.
Yeah, I think the diversity is like a big part of what makes BG a nice place to be, because you don't feel left out because there is different people from different parts of the world, and when you bring the Danish ACX and HF into it, so you don't feel more of an international, but you feel more welcomed into the Danish culture at the same time. So it's just like a nice combination that they both complement each other.
Another thing that happens a lot here is every other Tuesday we have what's known as morning meetings. This is again a Danish tradition. And the whole school actually comes into Samlingssalen or Fællessalen, which we're in now, and there's a band that plays, changes every week, and we hear from the heads of school what's going on, events going on, and all the students actually have a voice to be able to go up and say if they're starting a club. And that's another thing I like with BG, is how it's very student oriented. There's like, you can start your own clubs for CAS, and if you wanted to start a knitting club like we have, you can do that. And also the way they have like the elite sport program, it just shows how much they value the students and their like welfare. So BG, as you can see over here, it has an elite idræt program. This is people that do sports at a high level, including Team Denmark. And BG, I find at least, is extremely good at like catering to its students and listening to like the voices of what's going on here. So if you're on the elite idræt program, you get a training facility, and they have psychologists come in to talk to you. And they really take into account the amount of work you need to put into your school studies and balancing it with your sport. But unlike STX, we don't have a grundforløb, that's like a starting course. So we all dove straight into our classes that we'd chosen. And that actually meant that we weren't with our peers the whole time. We were mixing quite a lot. So I found at least that the school put a lot of focus on the first 2 weeks of lots of class activities, trying to get to know everyone. And that's also why we had sports day up front and a Friday cafe. So we've heard how the IB is like a close-knit community now, but Matilda, would you say that IB and STX and HOF all make a big school community together?
I feel like that everyone is welcome here, and I think that the STX student, as an STX student, I would actually feel quite welcome if I went down to Harlequin, where you guys are mostly, and ask if I could sit with one of you guys. I feel that I would be welcome, so at some point, yeah, we're a good community.
Another opportunity we have of being together is we have, after week 7, Bigman, which is the Birkerød Model United Nations, which is one of the biggest conferences actually in Scandinavia for MUN. And this will have students from BGIB and STX, as well as other countries coming. And the whole school kind of turns into a conference centre with half the students wearing suits.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like
so
a fun
cool.
thing.
It's so cool.
Yeah, precisely.
And that was the end of SOFA sessions. I hope you found that useful.
And now you get to know how to apply to the pre-IB and IB program.
And the IB student counselor will help you with that. Mette.
Hello, my name is Mette Benson and I'm one of the counselors at the IB office. I am here to tell you about the application process, and it's actually very simple. What you have to do is go on our school's website, look under IB and under IB application information, and then you will just go ahead from there. Everything is done online. Once you've found the correct place on our website, you have to be aware that we need a number of documents attached to your application form. That will primarily be your grade report cards, possibly or hopefully also a recommendation letter from your present school, and it has to be a personal statement also. You may also wish to attach a number of other documents necessary for us to assess your application. Please be aware that we would very much appreciate if you do not submit your application before those documents are ready to be attached. Some schools do prefer to send, for example, grades and letters of recommendation directly to the school, and that is also acceptable from us. If that is the case, please ask them, please ask them to do so and tick off on the application form that that's going to happen. If you are applying directly into the pre-IB year, you have to know that the pre-IB year is equivalent to the first year of the Danish STX. It's also equivalent to the final year of the British GCSEs, or the international version, the IGCSEs. It's equivalent to the last year of the IB program called Middle Years Program, and it's also equivalent to the American 11th year. It's a requirement that you are 15 when you start with us in August, and it's also a requirement that you have completed either the 9th or the 10th school year when you apply, or actually not when you apply, but when you start with us. Whether it's the 9th or the 10th will depend on the school system that you come from. If you come from the Danish school program, please be aware also that you need to apply through optagelse.dk. If you are not applying for pre-IB but directly into the 2-year IB diploma program, you have to know that that is equivalent to the last 2 years of the Danish STX, or to the British A-levels, or to the American 12th year in combination with the first year at college. Whether it's one or the other will depend which high school you come from and which honor programs or AP classes you've had. There's also a requirement here. In this case, you have to have completed either the 10th or the 11th school year, and you have to have completed that by June 21. When you apply for the IB diploma program, your subject choices are important, and it's therefore very important that you go to our website and read the subject guidelines very carefully. You can also go in and find specific information on the individual subjects. For both subjects, or not subjects, but for both pre-IB and for IB, the application deadline is March 1st. Anything that I have said you can find on our website, so go there for more information, please.
Thank you, Mette. If you have any more questions, you can scroll down our website and find chat rooms where you can talk to teachers and students.
You'll also be able to find a video from Christina going further in depth on the IB program and how it works.
We even have students who filmed their life at BG, and some activities at the school.
We'd also like to draw your attention to the 29th of January, where BG will be hosting an open day.
Hope to see you there.
Bye.